Hello, welcome back to Hangar 51. My name's Kenny, and I'm going to be doing a series of short videos on the Taranis Plus. Some of the things I'm finding out as I go, helpful fixes for, I don't want to say problems, but, well, okay, a problem. Simple. All right, I'll say it. It's a problem. Maybe you've experienced this. I know I did. One of the ways that they tell you to servo reverse, you do the servo reverse and it reverses the servo and everything works correctly except the trims. The trims are still forward. So now the servo's reversed, plane's flying left, you want to trim it, so you trim right trim and it's going farther left because the trim is still going regular direction even though the servo is going reverse. There's a real easy fix for that, and we're going to show you how to do that right now. So let's get inside the radio. Okay, so this is the Taranis on, and we're at Taranis Plus, and we're in the main screen, and we're going to hit menu. And that takes us into the menu select screen where you can pick a different model. And that's screen 1 of 12. I apologize for the line out in my Taranis. I don't know if you have that problem too, but anyway. So now we're going to go page. Next one is page 2. This is where you set up all your stuff about the model, the name of it, and the picture you're going to put on the screen and all that. Next page is 3, and here's where this is more helicopter related. Page 4, flight mode. I'm not sure what I do with that yet. Haven't gotten that far. We'll touch on that when I figure out what that's for. Okay, so page 5. Now, this is where most people are changing their settings, and this is not where you want to do it. And I'm going to show you. Normally, what you would do if you wanted to reverse it is you would go. Let's go down to aileron, and you press and hold, get the edit, insert before you can move it, copy it, or delete it, but edit. So you hit it again, your enter button. And here's where people are mostly, they're setting up their expo here, and they're reversing the weight from 100 to negative 100. Okay? And there's also, you can just press both at the same time. And it switches it from 100 to negative 100, so you don't have to scroll all the way back like I did. But if you switch it here to negative 100, the servo will reverse, but the trim will not. And this is why, if you've got this problem, this is why you have it. Because you went to negative 100 here, and that's where your servo's reversed now. It's not really reversing the servo, it's reversing the signal to the servo. But it's only reversing the signal, not the trim. So your trim is still correct, normal way, and the input is reversed. So don't change it here. This isn't where you want to do it. You can do the expo here if you want, but you don't want to change the reversing here. So let's get out of this page. And then the next page down is the mixer page. You don't want to do it here either. You can do basically the layout's exactly the same here. And you can go and you can do your expo. You can change the curve from differential to expo and all that. And you can do all that here as well. And you can reverse it here. You don't want to do it here either because, again, you do it here and your trim is going to be backwards. So we want to go one more page to this page. This is page 7, okay? And I really don't know what all these columns mean. They're showing the throw rates. You can adjust that it goes 100% one way and 70% the other, 80% whatever. And that's helpful if you've got retractable gear, for instance, and it's overriding, so it's buzzing. Or your flap, for instance, if you're toggle switching the flap and it's buzzing at the end, you can actually cut the throw back here on just the one side to stop the buzzing so that it goes full 100% one way, but you only need to go 90% the other to stop the servo for buzzing. So you can change that here. And these are the different rates, the different throws. But here's where you want to change the direction of your servo. You want to go down, let's just go down to channel 2, because that channel 2 is the aileron on this one. And then we're going to hit the enter key, and then we're going to down, 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 down. We're going to be on this column here, and it says direction, and that's these little arrows right here, okay? And you want to hit the enter key here, and now that direction is, the arrow is pointing the other way. Now you have reversed the servo, because we're on the servo screen. 7 is servo direction, and we've reversed the direction of the servo. Now the servo will go backwards, and the trims will go backwards as well, so that the trims, if you need left trim, you hit left trim, and it works correctly. So here's where you want to change your servo reversing. On page 7, it's marked servos, and that one column right here, next to the second 100, your throw rates, your throw weight. We'll use the word weight because that's what they use. You can set the up rate weight and the down weight separately, but here's where you want to change, and this is the center. 1500 is what they consider center on this radio, and that's where if you wanted to change the center of the servo, where it centers at, you could change that right here. But what we're going to talk about today is just the direction. Here's where you want to do your servo reversing. Okay, if you do it here, so now that arrow is pointed that way, all the rest of these arrows are pointed this way. Now it will work correctly. Your servo will be reversed, and the trim will work correctly with the reversing. So if you're having that problem, here's where you want to change it. Not on the other two screens where you just change it from 100 to negative 100. Yeah, that reverses the servo but doesn't reverse the trim, and now your trims are backwards. So don't do it there. Do it here, and that'll correct your servo problem. Now, there could be a firmware update that corrects that problem. I don't know. This is the easy way to do it. If you don't want to bother reflashing your transmitter to the new firmware, I haven't done all the reading on this. And my God, guys, there is so much to learn about these radios. It's overwhelming. And I'm not knocking the radio. I love this radio. But don't let it get to you like that. It baby steps. Just, tackle the problem at hand one at a time. This is the simplest way to tackle it. You don't have to reflash the firmware. I don't know if there's firmware that reflashes that corrects the problem. I don't really care. Didn't go look. This is how I realized was the easiest way to fix it. It's already in there. And you just got to kind of play with it. But so that should solve your problem. If you're having the servo reverse problem where you've reversed it the other way, going to negative 100, and the trim is backwards, this is how you fix that so that now the trim will be correct. Okay? Okay, so there you have it. Pretty simple, not too difficult, and there's a lot of other things I'm going to do short videos on to show you how to do it. And so keep an eye out for those. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the bottom. Like me on Facebook. Like me here. We'll talk to you later. Bye.